Hey everyone, welcome to my video on how to install Node.js onto your Windows machine. I am currently using a Windows 10 operating system and recording this video in 2022. If you're watching this in 2022 and you're using a Windows 10 operating system, it should go exactly according to this video. If you are potentially watching this later, or perhaps you're using a different version of Windows, then there may be some slight differences. At this point in time, though, Microsoft has standardized a lot of the Windows operating systems, though, so it shouldn't differentiate too much. To begin, I'm going to start by just Googling it or using whatever search engine that you have. So Node.js install for Windows 10. Perfect. It's typically going to be one of the first ones, and I get nodejs.org. Download Node.js, click on this link. So the latest version at the time of this recording is 16.16.0. To keep it simple, just go with the latest version, latest LTS. That means they continually update it and take care of the version and patch any bugs within this version. If you have a Windows machine, you can download it here. You're going to scroll down to the Windows installer. And you can typically click right here, but they offer you the 32-bit, and the 64-bit options. I would just say go with the 64-bit. Most people's machines are 64-bit in 2022. However, if you're not sure, or maybe you have a different kind of setup, you can Google it on how to find the specific, how to find your system's information on whatever operating system you're using. Regardless, I'll click on the Windows installer, and then I will save it to my desktop. Cool. And now when I click on the installer, it says, welcome to Node.js setup. Click through next, accept the terms, next. Where you will install Node.js to. You can change this, but if you're a beginner out there, I wouldn't do that. Just kind of go with the default options that it gives you. Now, it'll tell you what other things that it's installing. Definitely do the add to path. It will allow you to use the Node.js tool from your terminal. It's going to be very useful. We're going to be using it quite often. Also, click this, automatically install the necessary tools. It's going to install some other libraries that are necessary to run Node.js. I'm not going to click install because I already have it downloaded and I don't want to change my configuration. However, click this install button, and if you did click the check mark right here, you may get prompted to install something called Chocolatey and other, as I mentioned, other libraries. Go ahead and let that install. You may need to click through it by pressing enter. There's going to be a terminal that pops up. Click enter. Or spacebar, whatever it is that it wants you to press to go through it. When that is done, then go into your Visual Studio Code. I have my Visual Studio Code open right here, and it's going to be a very simple way to determine if it's installed properly. If you have not yet done so, close Visual Studio Code first and reopen it, because then it will update with the current configuration of Node. So what we're going to do is we're going to drag from the bottom where the blue meets the black. We're going to drag up to open a terminal. And then to test if Node.js was installed properly, type the command which, and then the word node. Press enter. And right here you will see a path to the executable. So cool, that's how you install Node.js. In future videos, we're going to be using this to make our programs run. If you have any questions or have trouble installing it, please leave a comment down below. If you came to this video to install Node.js onto your Windows machine, then you're good to go. You can exit out of this video or go to the next video. However, if you are following my video series, there is one additional tool I would like to install with you. Now, this tool is an extension on Visual Studio Code, and an extension is basically a third party's code that they've built for Visual Studio Code that allows you to do other things. It's like an additional feature. It's an add-on onto what Microsoft has already put into Visual Studio Code. The name of the extension that I'm going to have you download is called Live Server. And Live Server is a tool that will allow us to deploy our code without much infrastructure. So in order to download this extension, go over here and click on Extensions, then click on the Search Extensions in Marketplace input bar, type in Live Server, and it will look like this. It's usually the first one. You can click on it. If you have not yet installed it, there will be a blue little button that says Install. You can install it here or click on this button, which it says uninstall on mine because I have installed it, but if you have not yet, it will say Install. Click Install, and it should download very quickly, and you should be good to go. You'll know you're good to go if you go to the bottom right, and you see right here where it says Live Server. That means that it's installed properly. If you do not see it, restart your Visual Studio Code and see if it is there. If this video helped you, please like and subscribe. I hope to see you in the next video. Take care.